Joining us now is Glynis along with dermatologist Dr. Sonia Batra, and thank you both for being here. And I know this is not something that's easy for you to share with everyone. And I know even being here on stage is difficult. But if I were to ask you to remove your wig, is that something you would be comfortable doing?
Yep, I got comfortable with it minutes ago.
And I want to ask you how it feels for you to bear this to the world.
Well, definitely making it known, broader than it's ever been before, but I know it's something that needs to be done.
Well, you still look good without your wig.
And Dr. Batra, I'm going to let you take it away because I know you went through a lot with Glynis looking for some answers.
I know it's been such a frustrating and difficult process, but I do have some really interesting and good news because I know it was very confusing as to what was going on. And while you had been told you have this scarring process where the hair does not grow back, actually the biopsies I did really showed the non-scarring, more temporary treatable process, which is alopecia areata. Mm-hmm. And the thing about alopecia areata is it's more of an autoimmune condition. So for reasons we don't really understand, your immune system is recognizing your own hair follicles. And so that's why you're getting these round patches where the hair just seems to be falling out and is missing. But there's not really under the microscope or in person true scarring where the follicles have been destroyed or lost, which is actually a tremendous source of hope.
Yes, definitely.
So what are the next steps for Glynis?
So the next steps are to calm down the inflammation. So under the microscope, what you see is this almost like a swarm of bees where you have all these inflammatory cells that are attacking these follicles and causing them to fall out. So all of the things that we go from here are either products you apply to the scalp to dispel the inflammation, as you've tried, but could continue in a really consistent way, the injections of steroids, which also help to disperse that inflammation, but need to be done at regular intervals every 4 to 6 weeks, so that as the inflammation calms down and the hair starts to recover, it has a chance. It doesn't just fall out again. So really consistent follow-up with that. And then really excitingly, there's some new oral medications that have a lot of promise with alopecia areata and have been in the clinical studies and are coming out. So there's a lot of hope and a lot of research in this area.
Thank you. That's good to hear.
Good news.
There's definitely some hope there.
And I think your case highlights a lot of frustrations that people can have out there. You may have 1 or 2 opinions. If you're still confused, it is okay to get another opinion. Dr. Batra has provided you with that and some answers, but now it's time to help you get that hair back. So we have a surprise for you.
Oh my goodness.
Dr. Peter Malou from Dermatology Associates of DFW heard your story, wants to help. He wants to meet you in person for a consultation. He's going to develop a plan, start giving you monthly injection treatments free of charge for the next year or until you see the results you've been looking for. And he feels strongly that by doing this, it will help halt the hair loss, but you also will have it start to grow back. And Dr. Batra, I know that you're excited and you feel like there is really a ton to be hopeful for here.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think I know as a mom, one of your biggest concerns, we've all seen this bond between you and your daughter, was whether or not this is something that she would actually inherit and have to deal with. And so one of the other really nice, hopeful things about alopecia areata is that while there is a genetic component, and I know your dad had an experience with it in the past, it's really a number of factors. So there's no certainty that she would even expect this. Yeah. I would want her to follow her thyroid just because that is more familial and something that we watch for. Mm-hmm. But on the bright side, it's a much more hopeful prognosis for her as well.
Nice.
So
very nice to hear
that's
that.
Good news, and I'm very hopeful for you.
That will definitely reduce my stress level.
And Glynis, we're so happy you could come here and share your story. Thank you for bravely doing that. Midori, thank you as well.